So guys, while our presenter's preparing, we're going to just send around the sign-in sheet. Please sign it. Guys, when it gets to the back of the room, if somebody could volunteer to bring it up, that would be amazing. Thank you guys. Guys, just a reminder, if you guys haven't signed up for our etiquette workshop tomorrow, that's where there will be a dinner here tomorrow. That's our last workshop for the week. So guys, please sign up for that today. Also, we have a Martin Luther King Day of Service project on January the 19th. If you guys want to sign up for that, the sign-in sheets are both at that table when you guys checked in. So guys, make sure you check that out. Thanks.
So we will be starting our next workshop right now. Our instructor for this workshop is Brian Rashid. His workshop is doing what you love and making money off of it, right? It's something that I'm sure we all wish we could do. So let's get started.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? I am excited to be. Can you guys hear me? Do I need this mic or? Yeah. Okay. So, my name is Brian, and I get to come to Hostos a lot, and I love being here with you guys. I've been, man, how many times is this, like the 10th time or something that I've spoken at Hostos, and I really, really love it. I love you all. I'm a proud CUNY graduate myself. I went to CUNY at Queens College. Not as cool as Hostos maybe, but you know, I'm a proud CUNY graduate. So I just wanted to, before I kind of introduce myself, who I am, what I'm doing here, what I do for a living, I wanted to kind of get a sense from you guys of, just raise your hand real quick if you would like to start a business one day. Cool. How many of you do not want to start a business? That's okay too. So you want to work somewhere else that's not your business. That's totally cool. How many people right now have a business? All right. What's your business? Event planning. Dolls? What, like you make them, sell them? Cool. Who else raised their hand? Yes. Catering. Hey, you were here last year. I remember you. Yeah, thanks for coming back. Awesome. All right. So I want to just kind of also. What's that? Joy? Why don't I come up here and see? It's better. I feel more like. All right. So today, how many people have ever seen me speak before? Oh, thanks so much, guys, for coming back. That's awesome. It makes me feel good. I paid all those people to raise their hand, by the way. So I'm really excited to be here. There's lots to cover. We've got a couple hours. It's going to be fun. Really quickly, I want to go around the room as like in literally about 5 to 10 seconds each. Why are you here today? What do you want me to learn? Okay, same thing. Work hard. Be independent. Good. Next. Let's just go in this line here. What do you want to learn today? Leadership skills. Good. What else? Succeed for a better life. Independent. Successful. But give me even more concrete. Like I have an idea. I want to, like give me be as specific as you possibly can. Yes. Inspiration. What do you open to learn today? Just to hang out and be and learn everything. Love it. Okay. More knowledge to improve your life. Organize your goals. Good. He's like
Work on a 5% and work on getting
5% towards the mortgage. Cool. Who else? Yes. Just to learn. Okay. Good. Great leader. Awesome. Good.
Learn something new.
Okay. Good. How we doing?
Be a better public speaker.
Okay. Great. Public speaking is the hell of a side.
Be a better leader.
Good.
To get motivated.
What are we for the new year? Is it the new year already? Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Make some money, baby, on those dolls. You gotta get those dolls making money for you. I love that. I thought this one good. Yeah? I love that you guys are like surprised. Like we're like going in this pretty clear line here. It's like me?
Being more confident, knowing that they don't know.
Good. Oh, thank you very much. It's my New Year's outfit. Surprise me. I love that. You know what I love? Most of the time when I do the speeches at Hostos, everyone's like, I want to learn everything. And I'm like, yo, you guys are putting a lot of pressure on me. It's like surprising me. Like, I don't know, you blow my mind, bro. I'm here for you to work. Yeah. To learn as well. Awesome. What are you hoping to learn, my man? What are you hoping to learn today? Leadership. Good. Go to the back row and then let's go right across. What are you hoping to learn today?
Leadership as well as how to
Cool. Like your glasses. Yep.
Thank you.
Unity?
Yeah.
Good. What is it?
Advocacy.
Advocacy. Cool.
Engineer.
Anything new? Love it. Don't worry, I didn't see you on your phone. What are you hoping to learn today? Anything. Great. You don't learn anything today. Surprise me. She copied your answer. She copied your answer. Oh, we're all together. Points on how to be confident. Good.
I would like to learn how to go my own business big and start. Like I want to go to see that for big
Do
companies.
you have a business?
Sure.
What is your business now? Driving? And you want to grow it? Cool. Good.
I just want to learn from you, whatever you have taught.
Okay. Great. Same thing?
Improve my business.
Did you have the Dominican cake company? I remember you. I totally remember you. You guys see that? That was a year ago. I might be 36, but I'm still sharp. I remember that. We did the whole Dominican cake thing. You live in Harlem. Yeah, okay. Your social security number is 828. Just kidding. Anybody else that didn't share that wants to share about what you're hoping to learn today? Cool. So we're gonna do a couple different things. I want this to be interactive and fun, and I want 2 hours together is a long time, so it's gonna go pretty fast. But I want us to all, and if you have questions, if you have thoughts, if you have concerns, if you have real life stuff that you want to talk about, please interrupt me. Please raise your hand. I'm going to cover a bunch of stuff, but by no means am I only limited to what I'm saying. So the fun for me about being kind of an intimate group like this is to talk about your specific cases. Hey, Brian, for public speaking, how do I even find a topic? Or for my company, here's where I'm at, here's where I want to grow it. How do I use Facebook ads? Or, so all these things, the catering company, last year we had a lot of fun with you. We used you as an example for a lot of stuff. And I'll probably use the people that have businesses for an example for the rest of you. But please, please, please don't be shy. There are no bad questions. I am a big fan of this program, and so I just want to be here to help as much as I can. Really quickly, my story, I don't know if you've ever heard anything about me or not, but basically my story is the following. Number one, I went to CUNY for law school, CUNY Queens. Thought that I wanted to be the mayor of New York City. So then I went to work for the mayor of New York City and learned I did not want to be the mayor of New York City. I worked for Bloomberg for 3 years. I loved every minute of it. I ran his re-election campaign up in northern Manhattan, Harlem, Washington Heights. Any Dominicans in the room? Eso, balanda, balanda, balanda. And so I worked in Washington Heights. I worked in Spanish Harlem, in West Harlem, and recruited a bunch of volunteers. Bloomberg won. He said, hey, you did a great job on the campaign. What do you want to do? I said, I want to do speechwriting. So I stayed in his administration as a speechwriter for one of his commissioners. Did that for 3 years, and then decided I don't want a boss. Decided that I want to be completely in control of my own life. 6 years ago, I just moved to San Francisco, California, started my business, which is a marketing, branding, and communications company. We help brands of all sizes, from big companies to independent entrepreneurs, basically do one thing: create and tell stories that sell. Every single one of you, whether you're sitting right there or anywhere in the world, we all have one thing in common. Before anyone can buy from us, or before we can start to do anything that we love, we have to do what? We have to figure out what is our story and how do we tell that story in a way that inspires people to take action to do what we want them to do, to rent our cars, to buy our cakes, to hire us as a caterer, as an event planner, whatever it is. Who else had companies? Who else has businesses? Tell me your business again. The dolls. To build dolls. Anybody else have a business? Okay. So anybody else building a business right now? It's not live yet, but they have an idea in their head and they want to know how to do it. Anybody have that? Tell me what is your idea? Good. Anybody else? Yes. Community center doing what?
The story behind the name.
Yeah.
I believe that we must be stable.
Yep.
Effort to do other things.
Yep.
Even to come to the conclusion of what
Yeah.
So, a community center is a service that provide
That's the
kind of not stability, just like engagement activities that will bring you to that stability.
Okay. Good. Good. So these are good. So keep thinking about that. So anyway, I have this company. It's 6 years now. We do a lot of cool things. I've given a couple of different TEDx talks. I've written and been featured in a bunch of different magazines: Entrepreneur, Forbes, Inc., Huffington Post. And I say all that to tell you that I am living this entrepreneur life. And I'm not just here telling you, you guys have all probably heard somebody who talks to you about being an entrepreneur, and you're like, all right, cool, so what's your business? And they're like, oh, I don't have a business, I just studied entrepreneurship in college. And you're like, but that doesn't feel right to me. So everything I'm telling you is stuff that's working for me right now, and stuff that's been working for the last 6 years. So that being said, let's jump into a little bit of an exercise. For the people that have their business, there's 5, 6 of you, and then the people that have an idea of the business that they want to create, there's a couple more of you. I want you to think about how you can elevate that business even more. And for the rest of you, which is most of you, who might be thinking, 80% of you raise your hand that you want to own a business, but then I only see 5 or 6 of you doing it. So the other 25, 30 of you that want to start a business that don't have one yet, quick question: why have you not started yet? What is keeping you from starting? Do you not know what you want to do? Is it finances? What is it? Yeah. Finances. What's the business that you would like to start?
Daycare, that's what I was
Daycare. You want to start a daycare. What's your name?
saying.
Andrea wants to start a daycare. Finances are the issue. Good. What did you have your hand up? Okay, I'm going to call you anyway. What is the business that you wanted to start? You don't know. And what? In something medical? Is that what you said? But you don't know yet. Okay, that's fine. Anybody else? Yes.
I know it's fine, but I have been thinking of something like starting a night care.
A night care program
The night care program,
for kids. Good.
but I don't know.
You don't know how to start, maybe?
I know what I want, but I don't know how to start.
That's fine. That's great. Clothing line for Christians.
Because myself, sometimes when I try to shop, they don't have things up in us, like all revealing and all that. I want to be, it can be covered and still look good.
Okay, I love that. Clothing line for Christians. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yes. What's that? You want to put the clothes in your dolls?
No, I do that, but I
I'm trying to connect you guys. You're a designer.
Yes, I
Good.
make public dolls and
I love that. All right. And did you have any else?
I'd like to open an advocacy program for
Love that. Advocacy program for abused children.
I'm working on my own calendar.
Have your own calendar. Say it again. A tech company. And when you say open your own calendar, what do you mean?
It's like calendar.
A calendar for students. It's a tech company calendar. Cool. Anybody else? I love it that like you guys were all like, whoa, we don't know what we want to do, and now like 3 minutes later, every one of you has an idea. Yeah, go ahead. Good. Love that. Who else? Yep. Restaurant. Real estate. Or construction company. That's it. She doesn't have very much motivation. Now, I want you to want to do restaurant or medical. Or love it. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Awesome. Anybody else? All right. So you guys, these are great ideas. These are all. The good news is that this is a great time to start a business. So let's start thinking about. Yes.
Why did you say it's a great time?
The internet. And I'll explain more as we go on, but the internet has leveled the playing field completely. So it's a good place to start. What we have to understand is a couple different things. Right now, we have what? We have this thing, right? We have this thing, right? And on this thing, we can do everything ourselves, right? So in the past, here's what happened. In the past, if you had an idea, let's just say you wanted to make dolls, for example, and you wanted to create the most beautiful, what kind of dolls do you make?
they are like rag dolls.
Rag dolls?
Dressy rag dolls.
Dressy rag dolls. Okay, so you wanted to make dressy rag dolls in the past, all right? In the past, in order to do that, you had to do what? You had to create the rag dolls, and then all of a sudden you had to do what? You had to pay a PR firm or an advertising agency 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 to do what? To create videos for you, to run ads for you, to contact all of the TV shows and the radio shows and the newspapers. And what happened? On the top of that decision-making chain sat 1, 2, 3, about 7 to 10 people. And those 7 to 10 people were the ones that were in charge of either saying yes to you or no to you. And let me tell you something, those 7 to 10 people all basically looked the same. They were all rich, white men. right? And they decided. They decided if your doll company was going to go well or not in terms of a PR, in terms of an ad, in terms of a brand, in terms of marketing. But now that doesn't happen anymore because of the internet. So the reason that this is the best time ever to create a company or a business is because now I can actually create all of my own content for free and put it out across 7 different platforms on social media, and people will see it. And I don't have to ask permission from anybody. That's pretty cool, right?
Do you think social media is gonna linger on like for the next 10
Yes.
years?
I think social media is the very beginning of all this. And I think that, and I'm happy you asked this question because 10, 15 years, I'm not even thinking about what's happening in 10 or 15 years. I'm actually thinking about what's happening in the next 12 to 36 months. And that's where we should all be right now because things change so quickly. 10 years ago, we weren't even on Facebook. And now it's like it's the place that everything happens.
But I think that big technology come.
Yep.
I mean, how many times did that happen? It happened already.
It happened already. I don't know how many times it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna continue to
I
happen.
think it's just a proof, but already like that big surprise to the world. So already said it happens at the end.
I think you're right, but I think it will continue to change. I think that AI will happen, virtual reality will happen. I think that's a little further away than people think. But the point is, right now we have the opportunity to do something. So that's the quick answer as to why it's the best time ever to look at this question.
Well, I'm gonna answer that question because there's so much going on right now. People, you might not know, but like I know there's so much going on right now. People like researching and actually creating things that 10 years, 5 years from now are gonna change the way we live.
Totally.
Entirely. It's like there's so much outside that we don't know. And if you don't work in that area, like you won't really be interested. I'm telling you, there's so much going on.
So, and that's true, and I think that, but here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want us to all start to try to think about what's going to happen 5, 10, 15 years from now, and miss the opportunity that's right in front of us right now. And the best thing that we can all do, whether you are spending all your time thinking about technology, or whether you're spending no time thinking about technology, the best way for all of us to be in control of our own destinies is one word. What do you think it is? It's to create a what? Product, even bigger. What? It's to create a brand. Because what happens, right? This is really what I want us to focus on today, because it's like, what happens when all of a sudden I can outsource everything that I want to technology? Who do I buy from? The person that I trust. Who do I buy from? The person that's been giving me value, right? So now what we need to do, all of us, and this, I think about this all the time, and this is the thing that I talk about around the world, which is how do we build a brand? When you think of Nike, what do you think?
Just do it.
Just do it. What did Nike do? They created commercials that made you feel alive, that made you feel inspired, that made you feel motivated, that made you feel like you could just do anything, right? And then you walk into Shoe Palace, or you walk into Foot Locker, or Foot Action, or wherever you buy your shoes, and you see an Adidas, and you see a Nike, and you see a Reebok, and you see a New Balance, and you just in your head have been told to just do it, and you in your head associated motivation with one of those 4 brands, and it's Nike. But what did Nike never, ever, ever, ever do? At the end of their commercial, when they said just do it, what they never did was what? And here's the shoe for $100, buy it. They never did that. They built a brand that you associated motivation with, that you associated empowerment with, that you associated I can do this. So when you walked in, you bought Nike. We have to do the same thing. And here's the good news, it's totally possible. You want to build a brand that when people see you, they think dance. They think movement. They think motion. They think inspiration. They think expression. And then here's what they ask you. They say, hey, what can we buy from you? When that happens, you've completely won. When people are asking you, what can I buy from you? you are the person that I trust, you completely won. And the only way to do that is to build a brand. So today I really want to focus on how do you make money doing what you love. So much of that comes from the brand that you build. So how many people in here want to build a brand? Whether it be your own brand or a brand around your product. All of you should. Even the people that don't want a business should have a brand. Here's why. How many times when you apply for a job do you actually think the person reads your resume? They don't. Here's what happens. Send a resume. Here's how many resumes I get in an hour. And guess what I do with them? But here's what happens instead. My friend comes up to me and says, "Hey, are you hiring? Come here, Nick. Marjorie." And I say, "Yeah, I'm hiring. What are you hiring for?" "I'm hiring for a creative director." "Hey, you should check out Marjorie's resume." But Marjorie's resume is not actually a resume anymore, guys. This is what you have to understand. This piece of paper that you think I'm going to read and all of a sudden I'm going to say yes or no to you, it doesn't make sense because I can't actually see what? I can't actually see her brand on this piece of paper. So what Marjorie needs to have is a brand built online where Marjorie is has written articles, has created videos, has done a portfolio, has done things that I can look at in real life. The first thing I'm going to do is look at Marjorie's social media. The first thing, I have never hired anyone off of a resume. I haven't ever looked at a resume. And I've hired dozens of people. I've never one time ever looked at a resume. And I never will. I don't even care where they graduate. I don't even care if they graduate from college. I don't care about their GPA. I don't care about any of them. I care about two things. Do you have a positive attitude? Are you willing to learn? And number two, have you created and have you put yourself out there to try to get better at what you are applying to do? So whether you want to own a business or work for somebody else, you really need to start to build a brand. And how do we do that? We identify something we love. Step number one. Identify a passion. And don't stress out that this has to be the passion of your life. This, some people get so stressed out, like, what if I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life? I'm like, dude, I don't either. And I'm in it. You don't have to know. You're going to change. You're going to change what you want to do the rest of your life. Every year, maybe. Every two times a year, maybe. But right now, you have something that you love, whether it's dance or helping neglected children or whatever it is that you, dolls or catering or Uber or car transportation, whatever it is, you like it for some reason. So right now, I want you to think about, I want you to write down on your piece of paper, on your phone, whatever you're looking at, I want you to write down something that I really, really love right now is this. What is the thing that you love? What is the thing that you're passionate about right now? I want you to write down 1, I want you to write down 2, I want you to write down 3, I want you to write down 4 or 5 things. As many things as you have. Now comes your question in a second. Take a minute and write that down. Write as many things as you can. 1, 2, just go for it. Good. about 30 more seconds, guys. All right, so how many people wrote down one thing? Just did everyone raise your hand if you wrote down at least one thing? How many people wrote down three things or more? Good. 5 things. 7 things. 10 things. More than 10 things. All right, you're done. All right, so how many people didn't write down anything? And be honest, and it's okay. How many people have nothing they love right now? Okay, that's fine. So good. So we've written down some things that we love. Now, that's step 1. Those things that we love should be things that we love because we love them. And then the second part to that thing that we love is things that, I love the piano, for example. I love the piano, right? I am not good at the piano, right? So, is what you love something that you have some skill at? I'm not saying you have to be the best right now, but it's something that you have some skill at. Somebody's just going to say, I love basketball, but are you NBA basketball? They're probably not, right? So if what you love is also your skill, it's also something that you're good at, then you're in a really good position. How many people would say what they love, they're also good at? It's good. Great. How many, and be honest with the next question, how many people wrote down something they love that they're not good at? What'd you write down? Fashion. Okay. Well, you can learn fashion, so that's okay. What else? Cooking. Learn cooking as well, but that's okay. Cooking as well. So that's fine. So in an ideal world, what you love is what you're good at. Now, what about all of us out here? And what about three-fourths of the room raised their hand and they had more than 3? That's great. What happens if my ideas that I love are completely unrelated? How many people understand that? Like, I wrote down 5 things, they're totally unrelated, right? So now what we're going to do, this is a really fun part of the talk. This is the part that, if you guys have seen before, you probably remember. What we're going to do is we're going to have sex. What? I love it. This is the best part because I always know who's like fresh in the audience. Because like you say that and some people are like, and some people are like, yeah, let's go. We are gonna have sex, but it's not what you think. We're gonna have idea sex. It's weird. I know. Somebody came up to me this morning and was like, hey, you gave a talk here last year, right? You talked about sex. And I was like, yes, I did. So we're going to have idea sex. And what does idea sex mean? Idea sex means we are going to take our ideas, we are going to take the passions that we have, we're going to take the interests that we have, and they're going to have sex, they're going to have a kid. And that kid is going to be the brand. Okay? What does that mean? What does that mean? Now, about 3 years ago, I had a friend call me. Her name's Lorena. She lives in California. She's Colombian. Any Colombians here? No? No Colombians. All right, you gotta take Colombians. All right, so just Dominicans. So she calls me and she's like, Brian, I need to talk to you. I desperately need to talk to you. I'm like, okay, tell me what's going on. She said, I hate my job. I'm sick of it. I need to get out. I need to do my own thing. I'm desperate to start my own thing. Help me. And I was like, okay, tell me what you love. And she's like, okay, here's what I love. Number 1, I love my daughter. I'm a single mom. I love my daughter. I love being with her. I love spending time with her. I'm like, okay, well, that's nice that you love your daughter. What else? I love the beach. I'm like, who doesn't love the beach? Tell me more. I love retreats. Okay, tell me more. I love health and wellness and teaching people and learning about health and wellness. Yoga, Reiki, healthy food. I said, okay, cool. What else? I love people. And I love being around people. Now, I love my daughter, I love the beach, I love retreats, I love health and wellness, I love people. And I'm like, she's like, so help me. And I was like, Lorena, you and I are about to have sex. And she's like, you're a jerk, you know? You're an asshole. I just called you because I want professional help. I'm not trying to have sex with you, dick, you know? And I'm like, Lorena, chill. We're not gonna have sex. We're gonna have idea sex. She's like, all right, well, what is idea sex? And I was like, we're gonna combine all of those things. And here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna start a business where you are going to lead retreats for single mothers and their children on the beach where you teach about health and wellness, and you're going to do these retreats with a small group of 5 to 10 single mothers and their children. Boom. Boom. And now she has a business, and now she does exactly that. That was some good sex, guys. That was some very good sex. That baby was freaking beautiful, right? So many times, so many of you say to me, but Brian, I can't do something because I have too many passions. And I say, bullshit. It is not true. This right here, my friends, when you pull all your passions together, this is the golden era. This is the place where you can really do something unique. Because everybody wants to be on the beach. Everybody wants to teach about health and wellness. Everybody wants to teach about parenting. Right? These in and of themselves are fine, and you can do it, but I don't want you to just be like everybody else. I want you to find a very unique niche. What do I love? I love entrepreneurship. I love Latin America. I love speaking Spanish. I love innovation, and I love inspiring people. So what did I do? I started a competition last year called Uniting the Americas, where I spend the first 4 to 5 months of every year in Latin America looking for Latin America's best entrepreneurs. I give conferences, I have a whole competition around this, people apply, and I award 2 people a free trip to